going to show you again Li-Xiang cutters. Basically this is a lock, correct key as you can see opens the lock. I'm going to take that out. Now making a bump key from scratch, you need to be lining up these with the pins. Right, now these are the pins. If you've got the lock in your hand, obviously you can do it. If it's in the door, you're going to have to learn how to do impressioning, which is a lot harder, but an easy way of making a bump key for a lock that you've got. See how I'm lining that up there? Yeah? You see the key? Each point on that key I'm lining up with those holes. Those holes are where the pins are inside the lock. So to make a bump key for this lock using the Li-Xiang cutter, you'd need to basically cut out and make a bump key to where each of these lines is. Yeah, coming down. Right, now this bottom ridge here that goes into the keyway, basically you want these peaks to be as low as this one here on the right hand side. So what you'd have to do, yeah, it's the right key. What you need to do is line that up there. What I would probably do is mark them with something. Let's see what we've got. I've left my file over the other side of the room and I'm bone idle, so I'm going to use this thing here. Right, so I'm looking at that. All the peaks are lined up. Can you see that on the key? Yeah, peaks are lined up with where the pins are inside. So I'm just going to mark on those keys where each of the peaks was. Tiny line like that. Now I'm going to pause the tape. I'm going to file this down, so I'll be back with you very shortly when that's filed down. Okay, looks really rough, I know. I've just filed the grooves down so I've got lines to where the bottom of the pins should be. Yeah, this pin on the left here and the pin at the other side are virtually the sizes you want them to be, virtually right at the bottom. So all I'm going to do now, using the Li-Xiang cutters, yeah, I'm going to trim these down now using the two that I've made as a guide. You see how that's right to the bottom, almost to the bottom. I'm going to do the same with the next one, doing small amounts at a time. We're just going to take some little bits out, a bit too much that time, small bits at a time until we get these right down. Right, I'm going to pause the tape again while I cut the rest of these out, because you'll be falling asleep on me. Basically a little bit at a time, you're just going to gradually cut those down. See how that's gradually moving down now? Can you see that? Yeah, now this is a big one, so we're going to just trim some of that excess straight off so we can get closer to where we want to be. Right, I'm going to pause the tape and finish doing this so it don't bore you. Okay lads, all I've done here now, I filed that down with a triangular shaped file. Just get you the file, this one here. Sort that away a bit. Filed it down with that, basically cutting that down fairly low. All I've done then, same as before, just gone like that with the Li-Xiang cutters, just trimming little bits out to get it nice and tight. Next thing we do, get one of these round files. Now all I do with this is I just use this to make sure, going in between the grooves, getting any loose bits of metal out, because if they get jammed in whatever lock you're practicing on, you can just ruin the lock really. And you know, to finish your key off, you want to I just run it down this way, take any loose bits out. I normally do it on a bench so my hand doesn't slip off like that. It's easier with it flat on a bench. So I'll go like that. Check these grooves here are clean. Once we've done that, we're ready to give it a go bumping. To line it up for a bump, definitely going to need some kind of washer on there. I want this to reset the pin. Looking at the end pin, it's just going to need a bit more. Let's try another one. We'll try it at that. Just going to put that on. Bump hammer out, so I'm applying a small amount of turning pressure, top and bottom, and then I'm going to use the bump hammer with the key we've just made. Bit slow, might need a little bit more filing. Let's give it another go. Oh, we're open. There you go. So that's a key. Still needs a little bit of filing, but there's a key we've just made. Start to finish, once you practice, you're looking at 4 minutes to make that key. We've now got a bump key that's going to bump your lock. Yeah, simple as that. All down to them least hand cutters. Couple of minutes of filing. Dead easy. Job's a good one. Get your least hand cutters now. Spot on tool.